Partnerem przechodzenia na ty w kanale sportowym jest Tyskie.
Wybiła godzina 19:30, tak dokładnie 19:33. Witamy w Hejt Parku. Przejdźmy na ty. Dzisiaj przejdziemy z gościem wyjątkowym na ty, niegdyś świetnym zawodnikiem MMA, walczącym dla najlepszej organizacji MMA na świecie UFC, później zawodnikiem KSW. Nie wiem, czy cały czas zawodnikiem KSW z ważnym kontraktem, natomiast nie walczącym w tej organizacji od dawna. Aktualnie zawodnik organizacji Fame, a więc człowiek, który polaryzuje kibiców w całej Polsce, Norman Parke. Bardzo miło cię, Normanie, tutaj widzieć.
Siema.
Siema, Team Żabka. Norman, muszę ci powiedzieć, że piszesz historię w tym programie, bo jesteś pierwszym zagranicznym gościem i tak naprawdę nie wiemy, jak to wszystko tutaj się ułoży, ale trzeba powiedzieć, że jesteś numer 1, także jesteś testowany tutaj w programie na samym początku.
Yeah, it's all good in the hood. I can hear you loud and clear.
No to dobrze, że się słyszymy. Norman, znasz formułę tego programu? Wiesz, na czym polega? Słyszałeś o kanale sportowym, o Hejt Parku, czy mam cię wtajemniczyć z całą procedurą postępowania w tym programie?
Yeah, I've watched this program before a few times. I think the last time I watched was Maciej Turski, I believe, when he signed with UFC. So I think this was and I know Maciej Turski is the owner of this show, and I've got a bone to pick with him because he picked Team Kasia to win this last fight, so he's not here. I wanted him to be here because where's he at? I don't even see him. I'm in his promotion. He's not even here, so he's lucky.
No musisz się pogodzić z tym, że ja poprowadzę dzisiaj ten program. Niestety, ale ja. Z was zapraszamy, widzowie drodzy, do zadawania pytań oczywiście na naszych łączach. Za moment pewnie na dole pojawi się numer telefonu, pod który możecie właśnie dzwonić. 22 400 86 65 56. To jest numer telefonu, na którym czekamy na was i czekamy na wasze pytania. Norman, to ja zacznę. Jaka dzisiaj twarz Normana przyszła do naszego programu, bo jesteś człowiekiem, który potrafi zachować się w sposób bardzo różny. Raz jesteś bardzo grzeczną osobą, a raz lubisz troszeczkę się poawanturować.
It's just, I just like to promote fight sports, to be honest, and some people like my character, some people don't like it, but I am who I am, and if people don't like it, then it's not my problem. So, but I quite like Poland here. This is, I would say, it's my second home. My first experience was KSW 39 when National Stadium when I fought against Maciej Turski, and it was a very, very good experience. One of the biggest. I think it was the second largest capacity ever in sports of MMA. And that was a great experience. So I feel like Poland's like my second home, and I've been getting more comfortable every time I come here. So it's all good in the hood.
Wiesz co, zapytam cię o tę Polskę, bo powiedziałeś, że to jest dla ciebie drugi dom. I tutaj moje pytanie, czym ciebie uraczyła Polska i jak twoje oczekiwania zmieniły się względem tego, czego się spodziewałeś? Jak wygląda Polska względem tego, co myślałeś wcześniej o Polsce?
My first perception of Poland was when I thought it was quite a poor country. That's what I thought when I came. It wouldn't be what I expected. But once I came here, like Warsaw's it's a big business city, very big. And since my first experience here was 4 years ago, now in 4 years, it's more skyscrapers have been built. It's becoming bigger each time. And I would say possibly Warsaw and Poznan's the most two places I've been to, because I trained in Ankos and Poznan, and but Poznan and Warsaw's the two popular places I've been to, and Gdansk I've been to just to fight. Wrocław, I think I've been there to fight. So I've been to different places to fight, but the most popular places is Warsaw and Poznan.
Ale wiesz co, słyszałem w wywiadzie dla Mateusza Kaniowskiego, że odwiedziłeś także Muzeum Powstania Warszawskiego w Warszawie w ostatnich dniach i chcesz poznać także polską historię. Także jak to wygląda i co udało się dowiedzieć jak do tej pory o polskiej historii?
Yeah, I'm quite into history. You know, I watch a lot of National Geographic channel, and one of the things I saw was the history of Poland, the concentration camps. I've never been to the concentration camps, but I've watched a lot of documentaries on it. And I know I've been here for 4 years and I've never been there, but I think maybe after this fight I would love to visit that. You know, I think it's something to learn, and the museum. You know, the museum was very interesting because Poland got it very tight. You know, in the war they got it very, very tight, and it was they were stuck in the middle. You know, the Germans come from this side, the Russians come from this side, and they were stuck there for years, and they had to fight their way. So this is why I can see where the Polish toughness comes from. The fighters, they're very tough, they're very strong, and I know they really stick together and support their fighters. That's another thing. And they even support foreign fighters like me. You know, they saw that I come on a good, tough warrior. I know a lot of my fights go to decision, but they respect that there, and I love that. So I feel like maybe I'm half Polish. They call me Normski. But yeah, I love Poland. It's a good place. I don't know what the future is. I never really look too far ahead. I would love to maybe one day have a gym here, you know. One day. I've been thinking about that for a wee while. And just go from there. But yeah, it's all good.
Wiesz co, ja muszę podziękować tutaj tobie za to, jak okazujesz szacunek Polsce, bo jesteś zawodnikiem, który przyjechał tutaj do kraju i nie tylko po dobrą wypłatę, ale także starasz się zapoznać z naszym krajem i naszą historią, i to pokazuje, że tutaj starasz się utożsamiać z miejscem, w którym spędzasz coraz więcej czasu.
Yeah, of course. Like, I think the people that love me if I start to speak fluent Polish. You know, if I come to a press conference and they don't need no translator like this here, you know, I can just speak perfect Polish. That's something I want to learn, and I think they'll love me even more if I speak the Polish language. It's a difficult language to learn, but I'm getting the basics. You know, the kulvas, the jakie dollars.
Not the best one.
Nah, you know what? It's all the bad words, obviously, you learn that. It's the language, and but that's something I want to do. It's something on my my to-do list in the next, I would say, 1 year. I want to really focus a lot on learning the language, because I'm fighting a lot here. This is going to be my third fight in Poland this year, I think so. Or sorry, my second fight in Poland, but I think most of my career will probably finish in Poland, I think so. And my box to tick off is to learn the language by the time I'm finished. I think it's good for my reputation.
Norman, powiedz tak naprawdę, kim ty teraz jesteś. Czy ty jesteś cały czas zawodnikiem sportowym? Bo musimy zacząć z grubej rury, bo możemy cały czas tutaj się miziać i być dla siebie przyjemni, natomiast to jest Hejt, Parke i tutaj też trzeba zadawać trudniejsze tematy. W ostatnim czasie twoja kariera wygląda nieco inaczej niż wcześniej. Walczyłeś dla organizacji UFC, walczyłeś dla organizacji KSW, dawałeś fantastyczne pojedynki z najlepszymi zawodnikami na świecie, a teraz walczysz dla organizacji Fame. Czy jesteś jeszcze sportowcem, czy już tylko zarobkowiczem i chcesz zarabiać jak największe pieniądze i ambicje schodzą na dalszy plan?
I know my last fight, the 2020 fight with Gamrot, I didn't like how everything went down in that fight. I'm not blaming anybody for what happened, you know. Some things happened which people know about, but I should never have stepped in. Firstly, it's my fault. I should have been properly on the weight, because it was a big fight, you know, and I see where Gamrot has moved on to big things, and it was a good chance for me to, you know, beat one of the best, if not the best lightweight in Europe. You know, he's the best lightweight in Europe at that time, you know, and now he's moved on to like top tier UFC already. And so I can see that from that fight, I should have probably, looking back in hindsight, I should have stayed in Poland and finished preparation, because making the weight for lightweight, even in the UFC, I was always, every time, cutting about 15 pounds of water. Every time, nearly every fight, my whole UFC career was 15 pounds, one day before. And I think when you get a little bit older, it gets tougher each time. And even the first fight with Gamrot, I cut lots of weight, and my back was, you know, making weird noises. Yeah, it's not good, you know. So And I know KSW, they didn't want me to move to the welterweight division because they have soldates. They already had a European champion to fight there in that division, and they wanted a foreign lightweight champion. But I went into the fight. What happened. I paid the price, and I wanted to fight again in KSW by the end of that year, 2020, but a lot of things happened. We weren't in good terms, and then Fame MMA came and offered me this opportunity to fight, and I says, okay, right, this is like, people want to say a freak fighting organisation, but whatever way people like it, it's a way forward. I think sports has changed a good bit too. I'm still a real sports player, but I know this is an opportunity for me to make good money, right? Like, let's be real, it's a good chance for me to make good money. During my whole UFC career, I fucked about so much that I just, after UFC, I just went crazy and just blew everything. Went party, drugs, alcohol, I did everything. You name it, I did everything. And here I've got a second chance to try and get it back again. So this is a good opportunity for me. But one day I would love to go back and compete in MMA, like in a real fight. It's still my #1 passion. But on the same time, I get to, work on my boxing a lot. Part of my game that I feel like it's weaker part. And I feel like it's getting stronger each time. So this is going to be my third fight in boxing. Boris, it's a different rule set, but I'm looking forward to that challenge.
Pociągniemy jeszcze ten temat i porozmawiamy o UFC, o twojej przygodzie w organizacji KSW, natomiast mamy podobno pierwszy telefon, jest z nami pierwszy słuchacz, także dzień dobry, witamy.
Dobry wieczór, Macieju. Dobry wieczór, Norman.
Cześć.
Konrad z Poznania z tej strony. Ja mam pytanie do Normana. Czy on uważa, że Fame to jest dla niego odpowiednie miejsce bo moim zdaniem on powinien cały czas walczyć w UFC. I co poszło nie tak, że go nie ma w tym UFC, bo bilans ma dodatni i tylko 3 porażki, jeśli dobrze pamiętam, i 1 chyba uznano za nieodbytą, więc normalnie w normalnych warunkach byłbym w UFC dalej.
Yeah, but you know how the UFC's like UFC's there's in the lightweight division there's a lot of fighters, and there's a lot of fighters who fight the same style like me, and it's sometimes when I fought in UFC, like, that style wasn't very good, just go to decision most of the time. And I understood why I got released from the contract was because, like, I'm more a grinder. I went to decision a lot, not too many finishes. A lot of my fights were very close. The fights I lost could maybe have went my way, the ones in Brazil, and I understood this. At the start I didn't accept it because my fight before I got released, before I fought Rustam Kabalov, I signed a new 4-fight deal, and once I fight Kabalov, and it was a close fight, 1 round apiece. Coming into the last round, I was winning the round, and then he reversed and dominated it for 3 minutes and deserved to win the fight. He did. No excuses there. But he was very strong, and then they released me from the contract after, so I got pissed off and just went AWOL, absent without leave. and that was it. I never thought after, what am I going to do after? And but then I got the opportunity to fight in KSW, and it led me to here, so I'm happy in Poland.
A byłeś zaskoczony w ogóle tym rozstaniem z organizacją UFC? Czy uważałeś, że powinna ta przygoda trwać dalej? Bo opowiadasz o tych swoich problemach prywatnych, które wydarzyły się po rozwiązaniu kontraktu z organizacją UFC. Co się tam naprawdę działo? Bo z tego, co mówisz, to były sprawy dosyć poważne.
Yeah, it was just after, one thing leads to another. You get, you end up not focusing right, when you don't focus right, you don't train right. It's like a domino effect. One thing leads to another, and then by the time you know it, you're lying in the gutter, And then I had a fight on just after the UFC. I had the ACA fight or ACB fight.
It was before ACA. It was ACB organization.
ACB, yeah. Before I fought a guy from England. I won that fight. Then I fought in Bama. I won that fight. These fights I won, I wasn't even really training properly, barely in the gym, just training in my garage, doing my own thing. And then I fought Gamrot in this fight. For that fight, I trained better, and I watched his fights, and I thought, okay, I see where he's good at. He's got good takedowns and very good grappling. And I thought if I can be good on the takedown defense, I can be more problem on the feet for him. And that's it. But here I am. You got to move on. You can never think of the past too much. I'm already past the part of UFC. People sometimes say, "Would you like to go back?" No. It actually looks better for me to see that where Gamrot is moving up the UFC ladder very quick, because then they look and see, who did he fight? Oh, who's this guy? Parke. He had 3 fights. They were quite close fights. And the third fight was just, I was a punching bag for 3 rounds. and that's it. So I just keep doing my thing. Hopefully, one day I want to come back and compete in MMA properly. But I don't know when it'll be. I was just waiting to hear when I could get to fight in KSW. I never heard about a fight. So now for the moment, I know I'm on Fame MMA. That's all I know. I don't even know anything else where I'm going to fight next. But I have a fight deal with Fame MMA and possibly maybe after on Fame MMA. So I'll do whatever I can, what I need to do to make me financially stable. That's all I want to do.
Ale twoja kariera jest nieodłącznie w ostatnim czasie w Polsce związana z nazwiskiem Mateusza Gamrota, no bo tych pojedynków trochę z Mateuszem stoczyłeś, było troszeczkę wojenek także medialnych i tutaj moje pytanie dotyczące Mateusza Gamrota. Jak teraz patrzysz, co robi Mateusz Gamrot w organizacji UFC, to jesteś zaskoczony, że idzie mu tak dobrze po tej przegranej w debiucie, natomiast ten pojedynek był bardzo bliski z Guramem Kutataladze, teraz 2 szybkie zwycięstwa. Czy spodziewałeś się, że Gamrot będzie tak dobrze wyglądał? I dodam jeszcze jedno pytanie krótkie. Jak myślisz, co osiągnie Mateusz Gamrot w organizacji UFC?
Yeah, I knew after he fought me and then he fought Zhukowski, I thought, right, it's time for him to go to UFC. It's good he had to go the tough way, He didn't just get the easy ticket for the UFC. And I seen that his first fight was very, very close. I thought maybe he stole this fight. But in UFC, split decision, they don't care if you're undefeated.
You know it.
They don't care if you're undefeated or not. Maybe if the fight was in KSW, he would win the fight for sure. But in UFC, I thought he won the fight. I thought he did enough, but I could understand why they gave it to the Georgian fighter. But since then, the Georgian fighter hasn't fought. Gamrot has moved on. 2 finishes very, very quick against tough fighters. And now I keep watching him moving up the ladder, and I think, I honestly think he can, next fight is top 15 fighter. I think he should fight in top 15 next. I really think he's got the capability to, be in the top 5 within 1 year, no problem. Seriously, because when I fought Gamrot and we had the first fight and he says, you bit your finger, he's a cheat. And then everyone just says he won't do good in UFC. And I'm like, why? What makes you think that? Because that I just give him a tough fight and I got released, you think he won't do good in UFC? They just try to make me look bad by saying this, Fuck these people, I don't care about them. But I knew that once he went to the UFC, I thought, right, he's training an American top team. He seems like he's more confident than before. And confidence is a big thing when you fight in sports. Very, very big thing. And now look where he's at. He's almost top 15, I think, now. I think, I said to him at the conference, I said I would like to see him fight Islam Makhachev. I think he has the style, similar style. And I think he could do good against him. Honestly, I think he could. Like, Makhachev's a very good wrestler, good jiu-jitsu. Gamrot's similar. Striking, Gamrot's unorthodox, and Makhachev's a southpaw, left-handed. So I think it's a very good fight, that one. Yeah.
To by było bardzo ciekawe zestawienie. Mamy telefon drugi, to na chwileczkę przerwiemy tę rozmowę i odbierzemy telefon od naszego słuchacza. Dzień dobry, słuchamy, czekamy na ciekawe pytania.
Witam. Hello Norma, how are you keeping?
Hello mate, what's up?
Yeah, listen mate, how do you visualize the fight against Mankowski?
How do I what?
How do you visualize the fight against Mankowski? How do you think it would go?
Good question. I fought so many different ways. And I'm sure he's thinking the same, but it's quite difficult to think how it exactly goes because it's 15 minutes straight. I've never did this before. Nobody's did this, but everyone knows I can fight the distance, you know. But and Boris has fought a lot of decisions too, also, and we're just striking. So I'm thinking. People says to me, you know, because they watch our first fight, they think, yeah, after 5 minutes he's going to get tired. But no, I don't think this. And Boris thinks I think this, but I don't think this. I think, you know, I can see he's in better condition. He's lighter, faster. He's worked very hard on his boxing. But I've been working very hard on my boxing also. I think the fight, I say 65% to me, 35% to Boris. I'm saying this just because I beat him before. And I feel like I have very good underrated striking too. But I know he's got better. I gave him 20% to win the fight, but now I give him an extra 15 because he looks. I see his Instagram. He keeps tagging me in his Instagram, and I says, "Good girl, you're looking good." So, in all honesty, I don't know. But one thing I do know is I'll fight to the death, no problem. 100%, I'm going to fight to the death. But if I can sense that, you know, I feel like I'm getting the momentum or I'm getting better, I'm just going to stay on top.
Ten dystans, 15 minut walki bez przerw, bez podziału na rundy w małych rękawicach. Małe rękawice znacie, bo też tak toczyliście swój pierwszy pojedynek na zasadach MMA. Natomiast tym razem nie będzie tych przerw między rundami. To myślisz, że będzie działało na twoją korzyść, czy na korzyść Borysa Mańkowskiego?
Honestly, I don't know. I know Boris's conditioning is better than it was before, so he's obviously knows the tactic is going to be different. I believe he's going to box me technical, like the way Gamrot did. I think he's not really going to rush too much like he did before, because he knows I've got a good head, and I'm not going to be cutting weight. I feel strong. I'm like. Right now the fight's 80 kilograms and I'm at 81 kilograms today, so I'm not going to be cutting weight or anything. I can just step on the scale at the weight, and he's similar too, so there's going to be no excuse about weight cuts a problem or anything like this here. We're both going to be good, big and strong, but I believe in myself that I have everything, you know, focus properly, I can see everything, I'm relaxed, and the best man on the night will win the fight, you know. I've got nothing bad against Boris to say. I know we maybe poke and stuff and say this and that. But
małe rękawice.
Yeah, I don't know what he said. He shook my hand and he says at the press conference, "Yeah, your hand feels like you've got hands like a woman, you know." And Gamrot says this too, and I was like, it's funny you say that, because before I meet them coming to the conference, I went to the toilet and I pissed all over my hand. I says, "What's up, Gamrot, Boris? How are you, my friend? You good?" Yeah, I just made my hand nice and smooth for him, so just to let him know what's up. So it's going to be a good fight. I'm looking forward. I'm interested about this fight. I'm clear-minded about this fight. You know, I'm open-minded. I'm ready for this fight to happen. I'm ready to be a war if it goes that way. I'm ready to fight on technical. I'm ready for everything. 100% ready to go.
A powiedz mi, dlaczego nazywasz Borysa Mańkowskiego dobrą dziewczynką? Skąd to się wzięło i dlaczego akurat Borys?
No, I think that just comes from the time, I don't know, I fought this Casio idiot, you know, in boxing, and I know Boxdale, and these guys come in and they talk the bullshit in the microphone and saying this is a bullshit decision. I know them too. They really liked Don Casio, you know, him and Gola. I know they like Don Casio. Maybe they have secret meetings together and kiss and hug or something like that. And I just says to him, "You need to say sorry to me for what you did in the ring that night. You know, they made me look like an idiot. I stood there looking for my gold bar. Where is it?" And I had to go get it myself, so I says, "Say sorry on social media now." And he goes on, "I'm very sorry, Norman, for what I said." And I says, "Good girl." So now everyone gets good girl. That's where it came from. Boxdale.
Boxdale, okej.
Yeah.
Okay. Mamy kolejny telefon, także odbieramy kolejny telefon od naszego słuchacza. Dzień dobry, witamy.
Halo, słychać mnie?
Słychać?
Mam takie pytanie do Normana. Bo mówiłeś jakby, że dasz rewanż Kasiuszowi, jeśli pokona twojego przyjaciela. On się nazywa chyba Rys McMee, czy jakoś tak. Czy to jest dalej aktualne, czy nie?
Chodzi o Ryza McKee. Rhys McKee.
Tak. No, dobrze.
Powiedziałeś, że jeśli Casio wygra z Rhysem McKee, Rhys McKee dostanie walkę w Fejmie, to dasz rewanż Kasiuszowi. Taka sytuacja chyba była.
Yeah, no. It's we tried to talk about this here fight, but Rhys is under different management, you know, under the Cage Warriors banner, you know, and his goal is to go back to UFC. So, obviously, for him to do this fight against him, easy money for him to do this fight. I think he smashed Don Casio no problem in striking, but it never happened. And he's fighting next week. Rhys McKee's fighting on Cage Warriors next week, so my coach is not going to be in my corner. I says it's more important to be for Rhys because he's 25 years old. He wants to go back to UFC, so he wants the build to go back there. So I says it's important for him to do his corner, and I can just bring myself. I can go into the corner myself and just fight Boris, no problem. He can bring 4 corner men to look at me, give me when we fought the last time, he had 4 guys looking, give me the crazy look, and just me, my coach, no problem. So, yeah.
A jeśli chodzi o rewanż z Don Casio, to jesteś otwarty na taką propozycję i taką walkę. I co by się musiało stać, żeby Casio dostał ten rewanż od ciebie?
I don't know what the problem is. You know, we never. Did he think this fight was Olympic boxing rules? This wasn't even a sanctioned. This was a boxing fight. You know, I don't know what way they wanted to class it, but he must think this is like amateur rules or something. And I says to him before the fight, you know, if it gets dirty, I'm going to come close to him and do what I need to do. And I rocked him a few times in that fight. You know, first round I hit him on the back of the head and he stunned him. And round 3 and round 4 I stunned him. And how can he think he won the fight? It just don't make sense. Because most of his fans are like, I don't think they understand sports or anything. They just see someone who throws more punches and thinks, that guy threw more punches, so he should win the fight. Bullshit. It's like block, counter punch. This is how my tactic was. Stay close to him, get him go a little bit crazy. And that's what happened. I know they want rematch because it's good pay-per-view, you know, I get this here, but if they want rematch, it's my rules, they can fight in the MMA gloves next time. That's the way I want it. I says, I'm not going to fight in these big spongy, they gave me big gloves like a pillow. I mean, seriously, like this here. I'm like, fuck, what else do they need? You know, they obviously want their boy to win, you know, I get that, but no. Next time we fight with 4-ounce gloves on so I can crack him in his big head. He's got a big head, so I want to hit him harder with his small gloves on.
A jeśli byś dostał zapewnienie, że to będą rękawice 10-uncjowe, te mniejsze, bo teraz walczyliście w tych 14 czy 16, zdecydowanie większych niż klasyczne bokserskie rękawice. Jakby to były 10-uncjowe, to czy wszedłbyś do walki z Kasiuszem?
It says 10 ounces, the gloves said 10 ounce, you know, but they don't, no, I think these were different size, you know, I think maybe it says 10 ounce, but they were like 14s, honestly, they felt like 14s, or maybe 10 ounce, but they have, you know, all the weights at the front, like here, all the sponges here, but they weren't flat, they definitely weren't professional 10-ounce gloves, no way were they. I think he said that also, but I think it makes more, it's interesting fight whenever it's more damage done.
Mamy kolejny telefon, odbieramy telefon. Dzień dobry, słuchamy, czekamy na pytania.
Dobry wieczór, Marek z Radziowa.
Dobry wieczór, Marku.
Mam 2 pytania do dzisiejszego gościa, Normana.
No to od razu 2 można walić jedno po drugim.
To może je zadam i nie będę blokował linii, zostawię je Państwu. Norman, oprócz zawodowej kariery w MMA masz także bogatą karierę w boksie amatorskim. Z tego co wiem, stoczyłeś ponad 70 walk. Który z przeciwników w twojej opinii był tym najtrudniejszym? Który miał największe umiejętności?
Ale pytasz o boks amatorski, czy pytasz w ogóle o wszystkich rywali w całej karierze?
Nie, o boks amatorski, o boks pytam.
Me?
I jeszcze może drugie pytanie, tak?
Just wait for the second question. Możesz zadawać,
Okej, dobra. Jak to naprawdę jest w świecie sportów walki z konfliktami? Ile z tych konfliktów, jakie możemy obserwować na konferencjach czy wywiadach, ma odzwierciedlenie w rzeczywistości poza ringiem czy oktagonem? Przykładowo na podstawie ostatniej konferencji można stwierdzić, że Jesteście z Borysem antagonistycznie do siebie nastawieni i nie przepadacie za sobą. A jak to jest w rzeczywistości, poza kamerami? Jaki macie stosunek do siebie? Z góry dziękuję za odpowiedź i powodzenia w sobotniej walce. Pozdrawiam.
Dziękujemy bardzo za pytanie. To może odpowiedź na pierwsze pytanie dotyczące kariery amatorskiej w boksie.
Yeah, he said something about 70. I don't have. Don Casio had 70 amateur fights. I only had about 20 amateur boxing fights. This was from 17 years old to max 20 years old. So I don't have a lot of boxing amateur fights. More wins than losses I did, but long time ago. So I don't really. That's all I had in amateur boxing, you know. So I don't know who was harder puncher or anything like that there, but. In MMA, who was my harder puncher? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't think I really felt one punch where I've been, you know, oh shit, I need to grapple, you know. I've never felt that properly, but sometimes you get stunned a wee bit, you know, little flash, but... And what was the second question?
Drugie pytanie było o konflikty w świecie MMA. Nie. Jak to wygląda, że z Borysem na scenie, Borys cię prosi, o właśnie, dlaczego tak w ogóle się zachowałeś? Borys chce ci podać rękę, ty wyciągasz mu środkowy palec i czy tak samo to wygląda za kulisami, czy tak samo się zachowujesz źle w stosunku do Borysa, czy to jest tylko gra na scenie?
No, I've got nothing against Boris. Honestly, I don't have anything against him. I respect he's a good fighter, you know, I respect a real good fighter. But people like a wee bit of, you know, they do. People like a wee bit of drama, you know. As I said before, if something's happening over here, an argument, and someone's talking peacefully here, where are you going to look? What's going on over here? Yeah, so people like drama. Boris maybe takes it personal a wee bit, but I don't. It's just my sense of humour. I like how this goes. People like it also. And, no, I don't have anything against Boris or any of it. I actually never did have anything against Boris or his whole team, to be honest. I don't want to come on here and talk shit about him. I know they want me to talk shit about him, but I'm not going to talk shit about him. On the other hand, if it's some idiot like Don Casio, now it's a different ball game. You know, this boy's talking shit about real sports people whenever he's like an alcoholic who, you know, he's on a fucking TV show, Warsaw Shore, acting like an idiot. You know, this is different ball game because... You know, he won't say nothing face to face because I'd smash this guy, you know, if anything happened. So I've got nothing against Boris. He's a good man, you know. I really like you, Boris. You're a good guy. And after the fight, after the fight, I says I'll buy him a drink. After the fight, you know, the losers drink. We'll drink together, and then I'll say, "Good luck in your next fight for the title in KSW."
A ja mam do ciebie pytanie, bo przed walką z Mateuszem Gamrotem, jak przygotowywałeś się w Poznaniu u trenera Andrzeja Kościelskiego, to mieszkaliście razem z Borysem chyba, ale na pewno z Mateuszem na jednym osiedlu. Czy zdarzały się takie sytuacje, kiedy się spotykaliście ze sobą i jak to wtedy wyglądało? I czy coś się wydarzyło specjalnego? Czy była jakaś taka wyjątkowa sytuacja?
I think one time, like, I don't know, like, obviously Coach Anjay from Ancos, owns apartments in this area, and he says to me, you know, like, Gamrot lives there, but we've met a few times, you know. I was in the balcony in this part, and he drove by with Boris, and I goes, "What's up? How are you? Hello?" And they kind of stopped, and they never said too much, you know. It was like, "What's up? What's up?" But there's no animosity there, you know. I'd never had anything against them ever, but KSW loved the drama. They liked it. They pushed me to do the drama. They wanted me to do the drama. But I had, deep down, really, you know, I'm a normal person. You know, deep down I'm a normal person, and I didn't really like this type of vibe, you know. I wanted just to go in and fight, but I knew when you create drama, it gets people interested, and they like this, so... Some things I said maybe I shouldn't have said, but one thing I never said was said anything about his family. You know, Gamrot says after the fight that you said something about my family, but never, I would never speak about any fighter's family ever. And I maybe said something about Boris and him sleeping together in the bed, his girlfriend and some of his teammates, but I never ever says anything about his family. I'm not this type of person. And some little pokes, you know, but never really too serious. This is the way I like to be about it. I think it's more professional to be like that, whereas if I'm being real serious and real hardcore stuff, it's not nice. And that's it.
That's it. Mamy kolejne pytanie kolejnego słuchacza na linii, także odbieramy szybciutko telefon, aby nie trzymać za długo i przyjmować kolejne telefony. Dzień dobry, dzień dobry.
Witam panowie. Takie pytanko do Normana. Norman, jakie jest dla ciebie największe sportowe wyzwanie, jakie chciałbyś jeszcze mieć przed sobą? Jaki przeciwnik dla ciebie byłby najlepszy? Jakie masz marzenie, z kim chciałbyś walczyć jeszcze? I druga kwestia, fajnie by było, żebyście wrzucili ten Hejt Park, ale bez lektora, żeby można było słuchać Normana w języku angielskim, bo jest to dużo wygodniejsze dla osób anglojęzycznych. Dzięki śliczne i pozdrawiam.
Po prostu każdy lubi akcent Normana z Irlandii Północnej.
Dokładnie tak. Pozdrawiam ślicznie.
Dziękujemy
Dzięki
bardzo
za odpowiedź.
My biggest sports challenge, what would I like? It's a good question, very good question. If I could rewind back, you know, last year would be to rematch with Gamrot again. No, you never have. I'm kind of sounding like Conor McGregor. Yeah, I want to fight Dustin Poirier one more time. I want to fight Gamrot fourth time. If I could rewind back time, I would rewind back this time and be in the best condition weight-wise, you know. The weight was a very big problem for me for this fight, and I wanted to fight him because this is a high-level fight, you know. This is two high-level European fighters, you know, and he's like number one in European at this time, and I wanted to perform better, so I'm disappointed that I fucked that up, you know. But then it's led me on to fight here on Fame MMA, you know, and I get the chance to make good money to fight here, but I don't know what the future is. Maybe, honestly, I wish I could tell you what the future is, but I don't know. I would like to fight real sports again. People say to me, why don't you go have 3 fights and finish these fights and go back to the UFC? You could go back to the UFC and give it another go and stuff like this, but I think my time has passed for the UFC. Now I'm 34 years old, and maybe don't act 34, but I'm 34, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the future is. I never really think too far ahead. I'm just like a dog, just living the moment. And what was the second question?
Nie, pytanie o tłumacza,
Yeah, I know. But this is why I want to learn Polish, because if I learn Polish, then I could just, no need for translation. I know the translation, they don't make, say exactly what I'm saying, my lingo. But there's one guy we need to use next time. This guy, when I fought Jeff Tusko, we had this interview after, and there was this small guy who was very good. Like,
the bald guy.
Yeah.
I've seen that interview.
I think this guy will be very good. So I think for the next press conference, if I fight there again on the Fame MMA, we need this guy, because he said everything clear. I don't know if he did, but one guy says this guy was perfect. So you need
an expression showing everything.
I think this guy was on crack cocaine or something. Jesus, what the fuck? So crazy.
Jak wygląda twoja sytuacja kontraktowa z organizacją KSW?
Well, I still have a valid contract there. It's finished in December. I think around my birthday time, like 22nd December, is when the contract is finished. And I don't know. I would like to fight there. I know that there's not many fighters in lightweight division in KSW at the moment. And now I'm like lightest I've been for a long time. I'm 81 kilograms. I haven't been here for a long time. I'm always walking around at 86 kilograms, but just kind of fat, you know, not really. Maybe I'm just heavier, but I'm not. It's not good. I think lighter's best for me. Lightweight's a good division for me. I'm not really big welterweight. I'm stuck in between, you know. I'm in between where I'm too small to be welterweight, or I'm too big. Hard to cut the
Norman, dywizja wagowa to jest zupełnie inna sprawa. Czy jest możliwość, że ty zawalczysz jeszcze w organizacji KSW? Bo tak jak mówisz, kontrakt cały czas jest do grudnia ważny, natomiast wiemy, co się dzieje w mediach społecznościowych, jak wygląda twoja relacja z organizacją KSW. Czy ty w ogóle bierzesz pod uwagę możliwość walki dla organizacji KSW?
Yeah, I would fight again 100%, yeah. If they came, you know, and we put the egos aside, you know, and leave that there, I would fight again, for sure, yeah. There's no big fights really happening in the lightweight division in KSW. There's Zhukovsky's the champion, you know, and he's kind of beat everyone since Gamrot beat him. Now, I don't know what's next. Maybe Boris should be in line. I think Boris should be in line to fight for the belt next. And I don't know who wins that fight. I think it's even fight. And who else is there? No one. There's no one else. You know, they need to... They let me jump to, they need me to come back, you know, because they let me go get some pay-per-view from Fame MMA, you know, build your name, and then come back to us, Norman. That's the plan.
A powiedz, o co chodziło z tymi postami w mediach społecznościowych, które pojawiały się u ciebie na Insta Stories, w których pisałeś, że nie zawalczysz już więcej w pojedynkach dla organizacji Fame, bo nie chcesz dać zarobić organizacji KSW, a później te posty na Insta Stories zostawały usuwane. O co tak naprawdę w tym wszystkim chodziło i co chciałeś wtedy przekazać? Dlaczego te posty znikały?
I knew you were going to ask these questions.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to ask these wee pokey questions. You're looking at me to get some smart answers. I know that. No, look, some things I said, some things I'm fucking mad. Sometimes I just, in the heat of the moment, say some stupid shit. But no, I don't want to talk anymore about the KSW or, you know, negative shit. I want to just talk about the good, positive stuff. I think in the future I could fight for KSW again. But I would like KSW, and I know KSW and Fame MMA are working together, you know, because Josek's going to fight. And would you ever think 1 year ago that, Norman, you're going to fight Boris on Fame MMA? People would be going, no chance.
And Josek will also fight
you would
on the
never
next
thought.
event.
So I think it's good that they exchange together and work. And, you know, the contracts with KSW, they should be a wee bit more lenient and stuff like that there. But I'm happy to go back to KSW. You know, I'm happy to go up and say, my friend Martin, I really like you.
A jak wygląda sytuacja właśnie z Martinem Lewandowskim? Bo wiemy, że zarzucałeś Martinowi Lewandowskiemu, że po ostatniej walce z Normanem Parkiem dogadywaliście się na pewne rzeczy. Martin Lewandowski tłumaczył tę sprawę tym, że po prostu też nie wypełniałeś pewnych obowiązków, na które się dogadywaliście i zdecydował, że on ci tych pieniędzy umówionych nie wypłaci. Jak to się wszystko zakończyło i czy cały czas ta sprawa jest w toku, czy masz za złe coś Martinowi Lewandowskiemu, czy mu wybaczasz? I dzisiaj możesz powiedzieć, że wybaczasz, że odpuszczasz tę sprawę i jest ta sprawa zakończona, czy cały czas chciałbyś odzyskać te pieniądze obiecane?
I know, like, they wanted me to stay in Poland to train, but I was very uncomfortable training in Poland for the whole training. But it was during the coronavirus, you needed to come here and train there. I understood that, but fuck, it was so stressful training this whole time training in a
Before
gym.
the Gamrot fight.
Yeah. The whole time I'm training in a gym where Gamrot used to train. I know they wanted it for promotion, and I was training there, and some of his teammates, his best friends, were here watching me training and stuff. I didn't feel too good with that, you know. I think they should have let me just do my thing back home, but I understood they were always worried about me making weight and stuff like this here. I'm working with Jacob Maric, you know, with this whole situation. But I understood that there, you know, and I don't want to keep talking more about what me and Martin spoke about before the fight, because my coach says the fight's not happening, and, you know, he says, this fight's over, no chance, and they says you're fighting no matter what. And then we spoke and had a mutual agreement and stuff, and then it never held up. So that's what happened. I think people know exactly what happened. I don't want to talk, maybe this is probably the 100th time I've talked about that. So it'd be best just to leave it, you know. I don't want to speak anymore. I think it's best just to forget the past, move on.
Czyli kończymy sprawę. Kończymy sprawę, czy...
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I want to just forget about it and move on, and hopefully the guy says before the question, my vision would be like to go back and fight for the title again. I would like to fight for the belt again. Maybe against Boris Mankowski. Trilogy.
Powiem ci szczerze, że pewnie zaskoczyłeś swoją odpowiedzią wielu kibiców, bo ta saga i ta awantura z Martinem Lewandowskim trwała bardzo długo, a dzisiaj na żywo udzieliłeś wypowiedzi, w której mówisz, że wszystko się kończy. Tak zupełnie inna twarz Normana Parka.
Yeah, it's sometimes, you know, you can't rant on too much about stuff. You know, people be saying you're a crybaby, you're whinging, get over it, forget it. Like, I know I'm 34, sometimes I maybe act like I'm 18 years old, but you got to forget it. It's done and dusted, you know. I think if I ever do in the future, maybe next year or something, I don't know, fight for KSW again, if it happens, maybe everything will be sorted, you know, so we'll see. I think it's a good idea when they exchange. It helps both promotions. You know, I think it's a very, very good idea. It helps both promotions grow like this. So maybe Martin will ring my phone's buzzing. Maybe Martin's ringing me. What's up? Fuck you, you little Irish bitch. No, it's time to move on for that there. It's been over a year already, so I'm fighting Boris. I'm focused on the fight with Boris because it's a tough challenge and I'm ready for war. In this fight this week, I'm ready for a good smack in the face. I'm ready for many smacks in the face. You know, I like a lot of smacks in the face. And I want to test, you know, Boris is in good shape. I'm in good shape. He says I'm fat, but I'm fat because I fought against Maciej Turski 2 weeks ago. We got to Bulgaria to fight. I thought I was lighter because the fight was 80 kilograms. So I jumped on the scales one night before. Kurwa, 85 kilograms. I'm like, fuck, no way. Okay. Had to cut 11 pounds. I ended up 79.5 kilograms. So I cut 5.5 kilograms. And it's a lot of weight too. Like, that's a lot of weight to cut. And I'm
like always, you've got a problem with your weight.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, you need to, what the fuck's going on? But now, like, since them 2 weeks ago, my weight has went down because I did cycling a lot, like long distance, some running, some sprinting. And now I'm 81 kilograms. And you can feel the difference from 85 to 81. It's like, the difference is like day and night. You're far faster, you're lighter, still strong, but just not carrying all the extra weight. And it's good for us. I don't need to cut from 85 to weigh in at 80 and then go back to 85 to fight Boris. It's stupid, you know, you're just kind of fat and out of shape. But I says, Boris, I can be fat and still punch you in the face. I don't need to look good like you, have big muscles, be like bodybuilder. I can just be fat and out of shape and still punch him in the face. At the end of the day, it's a fight, you know, so. But I like to be lighter. It's good for your stamina too. Extra better for your stamina. And that's it.
Ale czujesz się gruby? Czy czujesz się w formie? Jak to wygląda z twojej perspektywy? Czy czujesz się zapuszczonym zawodnikiem? Czy jednak teraz możesz powiedzieć, że Norman Parke, mimo że wygląda na grubaska i ma tę oponkę, o której ty mówisz w przybuchu, to czujesz się w formie?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I feel like, sometimes it clicks at a certain week, you know, and sometimes you just go out and then 1 week you're hitting the pad work and you're moving, you feel good, light, fast and sharp. This is how I feel at the moment. Everyone's going to say, oh, I feel good, I feel the best ever, you know. Everyone's going to say that, you know, but training is up here 1 week and it's there the next week and then it's there and there. It's just the way it goes, like a mountain, you know. But I know I'm feeling nice and light and I'm ready to fight. That's one thing I know. I always put on a good fight. And this is an interesting fight because it's 1 round for the 15 minutes straight with small gloves. There is a good... I said to Boris, I texted him, he sent me a video of him hitting pad work. I said, show me you hitting the pad work for 15 minutes straight, you know? Not just 10 seconds and then go to a different clip. Show me 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes straight. And then I says, I'm going to knock you out in 10 minutes. Beautiful, he texted me. But there is a possibility someone can get finished around this time. It's being honest, the answer, there's a good possibility the fight could be finished at this time. And I'm too stubborn. I'm a stubborn motherfucker. I don't quit. I want, like this fight with Gamrot, my face could fall to the ground. You know, my face could be peeled off. I'm still going to keep going. The doctor had to stop the fight. Doctor stoppage. Not knockout, doctor stoppage. And I keep going. I'll keep going in the fight no matter what happens. But I would love to come out with no bruises on my face because I want to fight pretty close. I want to fight in November also. Yeah, I want to fight, keep going. I want to fight next month too. And maybe even December. So, yeah. I would like to come out of the fight with Boris with no injuries. I would love to have no injuries. And then, boom, I'll fight next month too. All being well, but you know me. If I end up coming close to Boris, like, here, and then I'm like, right, fuck this now, I'm going to hit you back. I think it's going to go something like this, you know, the fight's going to get dirty at a stage, and then it's going to maybe ease off, and then we're going to go again. He's going to come at me, I'm going to come at him. I'm just excited to see how the fight, I think I'm just excited as much as everybody's excited to see how it's going to go, because it's first time ever this has ever happened. First time anyone's did this fight. They never did this fight before, ever. 1 round, 15 minutes. This is the first ever. Maybe not the last.
Kolejny telefon od naszego widza odbieramy. Dzień dobry, dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry, Mateusz Gdańska. Cześć, Marek, cześć.
Halo, siema.
Witamy. Siema. Siema, team Żabka wita.
No, chciałem zapytać się o 2 pytania szybkie. Pierwsze pytanie. Jaki stawiasz, za niedługo będzie o boksie, tutaj o mistrzostwa świata, o Fury będzie bronił pasa. Jaki stawiasz Fury Wilder numer 3? I drugie pytanie. I jak się czujesz, że w końcu ma być pełna hala na Gliwicach? Jak się czujesz naprawdę po roku pandemii? I
dziękujemy
powodzenia.
Bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo.
Pierwsze
pytanie. Fury, Wilder. Kolejna walka.
Fury against Wilder, yeah. I don't see it any other way than the last fight. I think Fury is too good for all of them. What was it? They keep Joshua. Joshua don't want to fight him. We all get this here and then. It's like, oh, Fury don't want to fight Joshua. They don't want to fight Fury. 100%. Everyone knows this. Even the Sky Sports always push Joshua. They don't want to know Fury. Fury kills them all, every one of them. But Usyk, I don't know about this. This is, you know, Usyk's a new person. He's technical, good conditioning. I think this is the boy to give Fury problems. But Wilder has only one chance to knock out. He can't outbox Fury. Fury's too many, can adapt too many ways. He can box, he can counter strike. He's unorthodox. He's fucking crazy. Sometimes he don't know what he's doing himself. So Fury will beat him again, no problem. But I hope Fury just don't underestimate him, because, you know, he can... Wilder can put you to the grave with 1 punch, you know. A lot of his fights, Wilder's been getting beat and then boom, fight's over. So I hope Fury's just don't take him too lightly. But I think it's going to be the same result finish. And the second question was the...
o kibiców, kibice w arenie.
Fans, oh yeah, this is right up my street, perfect. I love it when the fans are back, because it's real, it makes it feel real. When I come out to fight Gamrot, there was 100 people, and it's just like, fuck. It was like weird feeling. And some people like the fans there, some people don't like the fans. I think it spurs me on to have the fans. Even if they boo me, you know, I don't really care, but it's good to feel, it makes the hairs stand on the back of your neck. And you're like, fuck, here, we're ready to go. It makes it feel more real when you fight when the fans are there. I don't know, 12,000 fans I think is going to be there. Most of them are going to be supporting Boris, I know that. But they did it before when we fought in 2019. I come out and whoosh, 15,000 people. And it's one of the best fights in KSW we had, you know, because started off strong and then I come back. So people's going to watch this fight. But I'm happy that the fans are back. It makes it feel real, you know, makes the atmosphere is what makes it. The fans make it real.
Mamy kolejny telefon, odbieramy telefon, czekamy na pytanko.
Cześć, to Maciej z Bytomia.
Siema.
Mam 2 pytania dla Normana. Czy mogę zadać?
Oczywiście, no po to dzwoniłeś. Czekamy.
Cały dzień próbuję się rozdzwonić i w końcu mi się udało, bardzo się cieszę. Chciałbym...
Znajomy głos. Znasz głos?
Po polsku czy po angielsku?
Kojarzysz głos? Kojarzysz głos?
Yeah. So, hey, Norman, I have a question for you. Why did you promise the rematch to Wrzosek after you fight with him and then you pull out like a bitch?
Is that the fat boy zombie?
Hey, second question, yeah? So first, you can answer later, yeah? Second question, why you call zombie fat Teletubby when you have a big fat belly yourself? Would
Yeah,
you
but
would
I'm
you
in good
like to
shape
change
now.
your nickname to
Here, I'm lighter than you.
Ginger Teletubby?
You says that you were 80 kilograms the other night, but you're not. You're 85
Hey,
kilograms.
you're not 81. You're 86 or 87.
No, not now. 100. I can
Hey.
swear. I can swear on my wee butt. Right
No.
now, Right
Show,
now,
okay. Show us your big belly. Show the big belly to the
Look,
TV.
fucker. Look, you fucker.
Hey,
Wrzosek, widzisz to? Widzisz to, Wrzosek?
Ja, nie Wrzosek, ja Marcin z Bytomia.
A Marcin z
Marcin
Bytomia,
z
okej.
Bytomia, jo?
Yeah, you're fat skinny. You're a fat boy. You're always a fat boy when you
Hey,
fight.
I seen your belly, yeah?
What
on
now?
TV.
Look at me
you're
now. I'm
fat,
in good
you're
shape
fat
now.
prick, yeah?
Look at you. You're always fat every time you fight.
Hey.
Even featherweight, you're fat.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
So
you
why
worry
did you?
about
Why did you?
Dunkasha. I think he's going to whip your
Why were you
ass.
scared?
If he whips
Why
your
were you
ass,
scared of rematch?
if he whips your ass,
Hey.
you've let the side down. Think about that. You should worry about him.
You said you wasn't prepared to fight Galrat, but I was partying 10 days before we
I know
agreed
you
to fight
were.
you.
Here, it's all
And then
good.
you
I
act like
understand
a
that.
bitch. You act like a bitch.
Sometimes you can fight last minute, like I fought Boris, the same situation like
Hey.
you, but I won. You
Hey.
never beat me. You had the
You're
chance, but you
full
never
of shit.
won.
You're full of shit. And the third question, yeah, because you tried to take me down like a bitch whole fight,
Yeah, but
and
because
you think you're a good boxer.
yeah, but here you kept kicking me
I'll
like a little bitch.
fuck you up
because
boxing.
What happened to your
I'll
foot?
fuck you
What
up
happened to your foot?
boxing.
What
I mean,
happened to your foot?
Wrzosek would fuck you up.
What
Not
happened
me,
to your
not me.
foot?
Wrzosek
No.
would fuck you up.
No, you won't, dude. I'm too strong for you, man.
Yeah, you're fat like a bitch.
I'm too strong. You know I'm too strong for you. And
Oh,
actually, I
you're
was
not.
underweight
You're
for
not.
this fight.
I felt your strength. You're
I
not
was
strong.
underweight for this fight. You know I was weak for this fight.
Because you finally make weight. Oh, congratulations.
I'll fight you again, no problem. Don't worry, darling. Daddy's home.
Okay,
I'll give you a
baby boy,
rematch.
yeah. Okay.
By
Take
the
it
time
easy,
here,
take it easy.
try and
good
get
luck-
a
good
six-pack
luck Saturday,
first.
yeah?
You get a six-pack and I'll fight you.
Good luck Saturday. Ginger Teletubby, bye.
Here, you worry about Dunkasha because I think he's going to whip your ass.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like you did yours, yeah? Like you did yours.
No, he did. You know it. You know I won the
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
You know I won it.
No.
If you lose
I'll
against
take- I'll
him,
take
there's no
revenge for you.
rematch with me. Think about that.
Yeah. I'll revenge you. Don't worry.
You need to
I'm a
beat
better
him
boxer.
first.
I'm a better boxer.
No pressure.
I'm a better boxer, don't worry.
Go,
I'm
you
a better
feel the
boxer.
pressure.
I'm a better boxer.
We'll see.
I'll take a revenge for you, yeah?
Are you on drugs?
Yeah, all the time.
Marcinie z Bytomia, mogę ci zadać pytanie?
Tak, oczywiście.
Marcinie z Bytomia, kto wygra pojedynek pomiędzy Normanem Parkiem a Borysem Mańkowskim i dlaczego?
Rudy Teletubiś wygra.
What did you say?
Też nie słyszałem. Jeszcze raz powtórz. Marcinie, poprosimy, jeszcze raz powtórz.
Okej. Gruby Rudy Teletubiś, który siedzi obok ciebie, Maćku.
Wygra?
Wygra, oczywiście.
A dlaczego?
Bo Marcin Wrzosek z tego najebać później.
Ale fame? Na małe rękawice w boksie?
Nawet
15
na ulicy,
rund?
kurwa. Nawet na ulicy, jak będzie trzeba.
Oh, come on, sir. No. I don't want to fight you in the street.
Okay.
I'd be too
Take it
sore
easy,
on
take
you.
it easy. Take it easy, fat boy, yeah?
I'd be
Take it
too
easy,
sore
fat
on
boy.
you on the
Take
street.
Maciej.
I'd stick you in a dumpster, so I'd.
Oh, yeah.
Roll you up like a big kebab. You look like a kebab.
Of course.
You look like a wee
like
fat kebab.
fat, ginger, pale Teletubby, yeah? Get some suntan, bitch. Take it easy.
Motherfucker. I knew he would ring. I knew he would ring to slap her and say something. But don't worry, I'll fight him, no problem. I respect he took the fight on short notice and he went the distance, but this is the fight where I realised, fuck, now I don't feel good in lightweight no more. I need to fucking 73 kilogram would be a very good category if they did that, but I don't think Brave Combat Federation does this category. 1FC I think has this category, but no one else has it. UFC don't have it, KSW don't have it. Maybe Fame MMA will do that there, no problem.
Brave Gut.
Brave has
Super lightweight.
Super lightweight. This is a perfect division for me, yeah. And yeah, they all want rematches with me. They all want rematches. They'll all want trilogies with me. Every one of them. Don Cassius, Boris, now Fat Kebab Boy, Zombie. Who else next? Come on.
Dziękujemy Marcinowi z Bytomia za telefon. Był bardzo ciekawy, podbudował nam tutaj atmosferę i rozbudził. No i pokazałeś swoją drugą twarz. I właśnie to jest ta sytuacja, w której ktoś cię nakręca i zachowujesz się zupełnie inaczej. Powiedz mi, Norman, czy jest jakiś zawodnik w Fame, w organizacji Fame, z którym chciałbyś się zmierzyć, bo mówiło się o Popku, mówiło się o dobrej dziewczynce Boxdelu?
A Boxdel, come on, man. This is the easiest money in my life. You know, come on.
Ale dobre pieniądze.
Very easy. I think Boxdel would love me to whip him. I think he would like a good spanking. Spank his big ass. I think he would like that. Bad boy Boxdel. But no, I would like to fight Popek too. I would like to do this fight. And I know a lot of people are against it. Why you want to fight this guy? He's an idiot and stuff. I like him. He has a good story, a history story. I watched all his stuff on Vice. And he's got big social media, you know. And he's like 120 kilograms. And I could go to 85 kilograms and be fat, no problem. And I can fight Popek. No problem. Because I know Popek is going to try and kill me in one round. And after that, he's dead. You know, he's dead after that. And once he's dead, I can sit on top of him, and before when the ground and pound, I can hit him and say, all you got to do, Popek, is show me your front teeth and hand them to me, and I won't finish you on the ground, TKO. I'll let you back up and say he verbally submits, or else TKO on the ground. Just give me your front row teeth, and I can match it with my gold bar.
A ty jesteś gotowy na takie pojedynki z zawodnikami ciężkimi? Co na przykład myślisz o Mariuszu Pudzianowskim w organizacji KSW, bo tam też toczył...
Me fight Pudzianowski? Kurwa, come on, man, no.
Nie?
No, man. Pudzianowski would kill me, man.
Tak?
He's too big, he's big, strong man, and, you know, actually, when I was a young boy, like 14 years of age, we always watched The Strongman, you know, always. And I says, who's this big Polish motherfucker? Who is this guy? Look at him. All the rest of the guys were fat, you know, and, you know.
And he
was just six-pack, like a bodybuilder. And he was lighter than them, but strong as fuck. And I was like, who do you want to pick? And we smoke a little weed. I says, I'm going to pick the Polish boy all time. And he was like 24 years old, 23, and fuck, he just destroyed everyone. And I liked him for this. And we spoke when I fought Gamrot on KSW 39. We spoke up in the training room. And he was what age, like maybe 39 years old at this time. And we spoke and says, when are you going to retire? I think maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years. And now the motherfucker's still fighting. He's still going. So, yeah, keep going. If you feel good when you fight, keep going. Age is just a number. And but if I fight Pudzianowski, he'd take me down and just crush me. Let's be real about it.
Bo wiesz, zapytałem cię o to nazwisko, bo w organizacji Fame pojawił się inny ze strongmanów, który rywalizował z Mariuszem Pudzianowskim w tamtym czasie, Krzysztof Radzikowski, który teraz trenuje w Ankosie w Poznaniu. I czy to też jest jakaś dla ciebie opcja w organizacji Fame? Bo teraz na tej konferencji został ogłoszony właśnie jako nowy nabytek organizacji. Nie wiem, czy słyszałeś o tym, że strongman dołącza do Fame.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen this guy. Yeah. I actually shook hands with this guy, and I looked him up. He's a strong man. Yeah, that's interesting. An interesting signing. What you mean for him to fight against Pudzianowski?
Ty z nim.
Huh?
Ty z nim w Fame.
Yeah, he's in Fame MMA. It's interesting. Why not? Not for me to fight him. No,
for you.
No. Like,
of course, for you.
There is weight categories for, you know, a reason, you know, and he's a big boy, and you know, and I don't want to sell myself like that there too much, you know. The reason why Popek is because I like Popek's got the good social media, and he's got a big following, and a lot of history, and a lot of people are interested in Popek's lifestyle, and then my lifestyle, and fuck, Popek's going to fight Norman, this is mad. And it's big hit all even in America. People will talk about this former UFC fighter fighting against the freak fighting rapper, crazy man with tattooed eyes. It sells better, this fight, but I'm not going to just say I'm going to fight this strong man fight Pudzianowski, and them boys just sit at me and ground and pound. But Parke,
Good option.
no problem.
Good option.
Name a
and
problem.
good payment.
No
of course.
problem. Or maybe naming. Naming is
Naaman?
easy money. Naming is.
But you know, it will just last a few seconds, and after that will be tap out.
Yeah, I just have to punch him with my... I don't have knockout power, but I can punch him with a jab and it'll be all over. He'll fall to the ground.
Nie wiem, czy byś zdążył. Nie wiem, czy byś zdążył. Mamy kolejny telefon, odbieramy telefon do naszego słuchacza. Dzień dobry, dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry, witam serdecznie, Bartek Kłobuck. I try to say English. Norman, first of all, you make a great fight with Cassius. And my question is, why you start in the Fame MMA organization? You do this for the money or you do this for the fame? Thank you.
I did it because I wasn't getting to fight anywhere else. I never...
Ale zacznijmy od początku. Jak przyszła propozycja? To ty się zgłosiłeś do organizacji Fame, czy Fame zgłosiło się do ciebie? Jak to wyglądało od początku?
No, yeah. They approached me, Fame approached me and says we would like you to fight, and how it kind of happened with Don Casio, it was something was said on the internet, and he says with Kriha or something was said, and Don Casio says, yeah, I'll smash Norman Parke or something like this, and I says, no problem. And then this is how the seed was planted, and it just kept going and going and going, and then one of the owners says to me, no problem, I'll fight anywhere. And this is how it happened. This is how the first interaction with Fame MMA was, and then they says, right, no problem. We set the fight up, and they speak with KSW. They come to the agreement how the fight was to happen in Poland first, because they thought the fight was going to be somewhere else over the border, and they come to an agreement. KSW, all good in the hood, and then that was it. That's how it happened. Simple. But why I'm here in Fame MMA, it's obviously know the reason why I'm here, but to make good money, right? But the fight with Boris it's not easy money, right? I maybe say easy money. You know why it is easy money in a way? Because I don't need to kill myself to make weight. I'm not going to like go and cut 15 pounds, water out my body, and then put it on and fight this guy. It's less stress, so easy money that way. But to fight Boris, like this fight, it's not easy money. This is a tough fight. Like, be serious, it's a tough fight. But 65% for me, 35% to Boris. For the fact that I beat him before. But I know on the betting, I've seen click betting. Boris is the favourite. Oh, they're going to support the Polish boy, which I understand, but maybe this is all Boris's teammates putting the bet on, you know? Maybe.
Rozmawiamy dużo o wypłatach i te wypłaty są częścią waszej pracy. I tu moje pytanie, gdzie zarobiłeś najwięcej za pojedynczą walkę? Czy była to organizacja UFC, czy była to organizacja KSW, czy była to organizacja Fame, może ACB? Mów prawdę, nie patrz na menadżera, nie patrz. Prawdę. Gdzie płacą najlepiej?
Yeah. I'll tell you exactly. My biggest, I'm being honest, I'm not going to lie on the camera, my biggest payday in the UFC was when I fought in Dublin, 2014, when I actually finished the fight, TKO, ground and pound. I made from that fight £45,000 sterling, you know, UK money. I don't know, zloty, maybe, I don't know, zloty maybe...
Ponad 150 000.
Maybe zloty, yeah. So this is what I
200, ponad 200.
£45,000 I
ponad
earned
200, więcej.
In that fight, and I'm not going to say how much I made in KSW, my best fight, but my best paid fight was on Fame MMA. Yeah, for sure.
Czyli wiemy mniej więcej, ile mogłeś zarobić za walkę. No duże pieniądze.
Duże pieniądze. About that. It's because they obviously are a bigger promotion in terms of they got more pay-per-view, they've got more, you know, it's all to do with the social media influencers, which helps, you know, fighters too. You see how the stuff with Jake Paul is, it's helping fighters get paid a lot of good money. But Fame MMA would have been, when they won the gold bar also against Don Casio, it's the my biggest purse for sure, yeah.
A co się dzieje teraz?
But I know, the fight with Boris is good money, not the same, 100% not the same with Don Casio. I'll be honest about that. But I know if I fight Parke, Rospara and Raphael, get your hand down into your ankle, show me, and I'll fight, no problem. And then if they want this rematch with this other bitch, Doncasia, show me again. Come on, dig deeper. But yeah, that was the best for me.
Powiedziałeś słówko o złotej sztabce po walce, którą otrzymałeś po walce z Don Casio. Co się dzieje teraz ze złotą sztabką, którą otrzymałeś, i co się dzieje z pasem króla, który też otrzymałeś i zabrałeś Kasiuszowi? Czy ty posiadasz złotą sztabkę i pas, czy już coś z tym zrobiłeś?
I think they need to make a new belt, you know, a new belt. Yeah, like a real proper belt, Fame MMA belt.
Ale masz ten pas?
It's in the sponsor, Krakow. It's in Krakow in the gym. The guy who sponsored me, it's in their gym, sitting. The Boom Boxing's the name of the gym, so that's where it is. And but they need to make me a new one. I want a new one made. I don't know Fame MMA championships. I don't know, but I think a belt for, you know, the fighters who are real fighters who are up here a bit. I know they have other guys like for the other belts, but for the real fighters, make one for the real fighters.
Powinieneś do Żabki oddać ten pas, bo to jest pas z Żabki.
Here, maybe they should sponsor me because I give them good publicity. You know, I'll get Żabka on the back of my ass. I'll get it all over my body, tattoo, everything.
Mamy kolejny telefon od naszego słuchacza. Dzień dobry, dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry, witam. Cześć.
Witamy,
Norman.
cześć.
Ja mam takie pytanko odnośnie jeszcze walki z Mateuszem Gamrotem. Doszło tam do takiej sytuacji, że jeden z kornerów tam zaatakował Normana pięścią i chciałem się zapytać, czy po tej akcji...
Dokładnie to był Marcin Bilman.
Okej, to jeżeli chodzi właśnie o Marcina Bilmana i o tą sytuację, czy tam później było jeszcze jakieś dokończenie tej sytuacji, czy Norman spotkał tam gdzieś Marcina i jakoś wyjaśniali tą sytuację, czy skończyło się po prostu na tym uderzeniu i tyle? Jeszcze mam takie dwa pytanka odnośnie walk. To znaczy, co sądzi o walce, kto wygra, Wrzosek czy Don Kasiusz? I jeszcze pytanko o Mariana Ziółkowskiego. Co sądzi o Marianie? Czy myśli, że ma też takie dobre szanse w UFC jak Mateusz Gamrot? I to moje pytania. Dzięki bardzo.
Dziękujemy bardzo. Od początku. Pamiętasz pytania?
What was the first question? What, I just don't forget. I forget the first question. What's the first question? You know?
Ty musisz pamiętać.
Kurwa. First question was... what was the first question? Help me.
Zapytamy na czacie, bo ja też nie pamiętam. Nie zapisałem, to był błąd. Poprosimy o podpowiedź, jakie było pierwsze pytanie na czacie, bo ja nie mam tutaj odsłuchu, także będzie mi ciężko. To zacznijmy od końca. Marian Ziółkowski, co o nim myślisz, czy ma szanse duże w organizacji UFC?
Yeah, I watched Marian since he's a good fighter. He's come on very good, very technical striker. Good on the floor, good when he's on the floor, jiu-jitsu. I watched his fight with Gamrot. I know Gamrot won every round, but he looked very good. He defended good against Gamrot, and since Gamrot, he finished 2 fights, strong opponents, and now he's ready to defend the belt next. But I think he'll do good if he goes to UFC. He has got a good opportunity to go to the UFC. 3-fight win streak, and he could be in if he wins the next fight and finishes, you know, his big thing for the UFC. And his last loss would just be against Gamrot, so it looks good for him. And very good fighter.
Pierwsze pytanie dotyczyło Marcina Bilmana i awantury podczas gali w Dublinie i co tam się wydarzyło. Ja byłem na tej gali i rozmawiałem i z tobą po gali z Marcinem Bilmanem i widziałem, jak to wyglądało. Natomiast czy doszło pomiędzy wami do jakiejś awantury jeszcze gdzieś za kulisami? Tam były bardzo wąskie korytarze i małe szatnie, z tego co pamiętam.
I know. Yeah, no, it was an intense fight. You know, there was a lot happening in that fight. There was very, very intense. We just collided, and then whatever happened in the fight, you know, we came close. I pushed Boris. This is how this thing led with Boris, and then, boom! I felt left hook, like a fly hit me. You know, ping! I said, what was that? And then I seen wee Billman running, like hiding, you know. But yeah, he hit me a good smack, you know, woke me up a wee bit. But No, it's nothing real, you know. I can take, you know, a bit of, you know, banter as we do back home. It's not really, I don't take it too personal. And it was a good shot. I must say it was, you know, good smack, good left hook. Other than that, there's nothing. I seen him after that, you know, I seen him, some of the fights, I seen him, I think, at Ancos, and we spoke a few times, so I says, I owe you a dirty cheap shot, I owe you one, let me hit you a smack. And the fight was, second question, the fight was
Kasio.
I says to Fat Boy, Pizza Boy, I says, you know, I think you should win the fight, you know. Cassius has got good, what he does have, if you watch his fights, he's got good stamina, which is number one. He's got a good chin, number two. Now, if you've got these attributes, it's a good attribute to have. And he has experience. But if you watch him fighting, he takes lots of punches in all his fights, but he uses that and accepts that and just keeps coming to try and overwhelm you with cardio. I know this is the way he likes to fight. And I don't know if the Pizza Boy is going to be, you know, if he's going to be in shape, zombie, you know, if he's going to be in good shape. If he's in good shape and maybe, you know, loses his big fat belly, maybe he can win the fight. But the fight's at 87 kilograms, you know. I fought 84 kilograms, Cassius. This fight's 87. So he's probably going to cut weight and put it back on again. Josek is, you know, he says he's 80 kilograms when I saw him, but no way is he 80 kilograms. He's 85 kilograms at least. But he should win the fight, but the pressure's on him. The pressure's on him. The pressure was on me to, you know, for the MMA side. I did the job. I won all the rounds, apart maybe the last round. Now he needs to fight him for 6 rounds this time. I believe the fight's for 6 rounds. So pressure's on you, Fat Boy.
Pizza Boy z Bytomia. Ja mam do ciebie pytanie jeszcze o ten pojedynek z Kasiuszem. Czy tobie nie było trochę wstyd po tym pojedynku, że zawodnik profesjonalny, który przez lata walczył dla największych organizacji na świecie, jak UFC, KSW, ACB, BAMA, miał taki problem z Kasiuszem i że musiałeś się martwić do ostatnich chwil o werdykt, bo ja komentowałem ten pojedynek na żywo i szczerze powiedziawszy byłem pozytywnie zaskoczony tym, jak postawił ci się Kasiusz.
No, I don't see any, you know, like it's a bad thing for me to fight him because mostly people, I'm not going to say like people are stupid, like, but I'm saying most people are, for his fans, they're not real sports people, you know, but real sports people know, like, they watch my style of fighting. I'm more like a grinder, grappler style fighter. He's straight boxer, you know. He's boxed for a long time and lots of experience. 80 fights, 70 or 80 fights. And that's a lot of fights and a lot of experience. And plus he's tall and he's long reach. And he has lots of experience fighting just to get into the Olympics. So it's it's attributes to have. And boxing's a totally different sport than MMA. 2 different sports completely, you know. But I says I knew the tactic to fight against him, you know, be dirty, come in, use the head, come underneath, crack him a few times, and I stunned him, as I says, I stunned him a few times. I'd land the cleaner punches, the more significant strikes. He just like hit guard. But I said to, even after the fight, I respect him. I says he put on a good fight, he come forward, but I won the fight clearly, you know, so no problem. I don't feel ashamed about that there, because why? Why should I? I got an opportunity to fight and make good money. If I says to you, hey brother, do you want to come on my talk show and I'll pay you twice as much as you're going to make here, will you come? Of course you're going to come. Of course. Yeah, of course. Like, people try and act all like this here, but that's how it was. That's how it is. So I'm not ashamed I fought him. He's got. It's not like he never had any fights. If he didn't have any fights and we went decision, now I'd be like, oh fuck, I have to hide away. But I'm undefeated in freak fighting, you know. I fought the Cassius, you know. I'm going to keep fighting someone against, fight Popek. Maybe they need to bring Jake Paul to fight me next, you know. Maybe they need me to fight Jake Paul. I've got UFC experience. I've got boxing background. I'm a wee bit lighter than him, so no problem. Maybe he brings me to America and gives me the big payday.
Powiedz, która organizacja cię najlepiej traktowała? Jak możesz porównać traktowanie przez organizację Fame, KSW i UFC, to czy widać drastyczne różnice? Przede wszystkim chodzi mi o różnice w tej organizacji Fame, dla której teraz walczysz, no bo wiadomo, że to nie jest organizacja stricte sportowa, tylko też pokazująca walki freakowe. Czy dostrzegasz jako zawodnik dużą różnicę w traktowaniu, czy to wygląda bardzo, bardzo podobnie?
No, well, the difference between obviously UFC and KSW and Fame MMA. Fame MMA is obviously a freak fighting organization, but they're a new organization. They accept everything. You know, they don't try to say that they're better than anyone else, which is good. I like. They're level-headed. KSW. When I went there from the UFC to there, first thing I noticed was production. All the Polish promotions I see, they put a lot of time into production, good entrances. And even before, when I was in the UFC, I watched KSW. I seen how they did these crazy entrances. I thought this is very spectacular, good for the fans, people who pay money. It's good to see this, not just good fights, but they put on a good show. Fame MMA also put on very good show, good lighting, good introduction every time, and they still do. And UFC, obviously, they just go here, they go there, they're everywhere every week. And they're, the biggest organization in the world, for having the best fighters, lots of the best fighters in the world. I wouldn't say they just have all the best fighters. You can take fighters from this organization, from here, and they can jump right into the top tier, no problem. So that's the difference. The production in KSW and the Fame MMA, they put on very good production. KSW is obviously more real fighters. Fame is more social media influencers. But I love them all. People need to accept that this is a new way forward for the new fight. You never thought before that it would happen, but now that it's happening, I quite like it.
Przybierasz wiele twarzy i o tym sam mówię, że to jest taka trochę otoczka medialna, którą ludzie lubią. Natomiast niekiedy ta granica dobrego smaku, mam wrażenie, zostaje nieco przekroczona, jeśli chodzi na przykład o komunikację z organizatorami, bo gdzie się nie pojawisz, tam dochodzi do jakichś zgrzytów na linii Norman-Park, a organizatorzy. I mowa tutaj o KSW. Też w złych słowach wypowiadałeś się po ostatnim na przykład pojedynku w kierunku Boxdela, który jest jedną z głównych twarzy organizacji Fame. Też wiemy, że były awantury w organizacji FEN z Pawłem Jóźwiakiem. Czy nie zastanawiałeś się nad tym kiedyś, żeby coś jednak zmienić w tym swoim zachowaniu i przystopować? I czy trochę przez takie zachowanie nie wyglądasz na zawodnika niepoważnego?
Well, what people think of me, I don't really give a fuck. I don't care what people think of me. I am who I am. I accept that. If people don't like who I am, kurwa, fuck off. It's serious. People say I put on an act, I do this, but people are interested too. So I don't know what Pavel Jóźwiak, I don't know, this guy's fucking crazy, this guy, because he says, you owe me money, kurva, you do this. And after I fight on Fame MMA, after the fight, I open my phone, a group chat, me, my manager, where is my £1,000? And I tried to reply, but Pavel Jóźwiak has left the group. So he make a group and he asked for this £1,000 and then he just disappeared. I can't even reply.
Ale wisisz jakieś pieniądze organizacji FEN, czy nie? O co chodzi?
No, we're all good. That's been sorted a long time ago. This man must be sniffing some cocaine and fucking going crazy, so I don't know what he's talking about. It's all good. We're cleared long time ago. He says, yes, my friend. I says, go you fight on FEN. Go you fight someone, some promoter or something, what you're going to do on this show where he's going to fight next. So, and as for Boxdale, I don't know, he just said some things in the microphone about me that he thought his boyfriend won, Dunkashis. So I just says, hey, fat boy, say sorry to me. So he comes and says, brother, I'm very sorry. I'm sorry for you here. You're a real winner. Give me my money now. Come on. See you later.
Mamy kolejny telefon, odbieramy telefon. Dzień dobry, dzień dobry. Halo, halo.
Halo, dzień dobry. Paweł. Mam do was dwa pytania. Pierwsze pytanie do Normana. Czy kiedyś się zastanawiał nad tym, dlaczego Fame MMA w UK straciło pieniądze i ten pomysł nie wypalił. I czy w ogóle się kiedykolwiek nad tym zastanawiał, bo wie jak jest na Wyspach i w ogóle, i że tam po prostu stracili pieniądze, nawet nie wypełnili hali i w ogóle, że była lipa z tym. I jeszcze drugie pytanie takie, czy Norman widzi na galach zawodowych w przyszłości walki bez ścinania wagi, bo sam mówi, że lepiej się zdecydowanie czuje, jak nie ścina wagi, i wszystkie te main eventy zawodowców w swoim MMA są bez ścinania wagi. Dziękuję.
Yeah, good question. Very good questions. Good questions.
Dziękujemy bardzo.
Yeah, I know about this show they had in the UK, Fame MMA. I know this show was not very good. They didn't, and it's crazy because they had social media influencers from the UK, and that's one thing that I noticed from Eastern European, like Poland especially. Man, I go to the first show ever in Fame MMA, and even the smaller shows like Fen and Babylon, I've seen these shows, very good production, and they've all have fans come, like nearly all sold out the arenas. Like Fame MMA, I went, there was 15,000 people in the arena where I fought Boris. I was like, fuck, what is this promotion? I never knew, it was my first experience. And then I went to Fen, watched that show, very good production, lots of people there. Babylon, wasn't actually there, but I watched it on the, the TV. Very good production, lots of fans there. And KSW, crazy, lots of fans there. Even when we fight in Dublin, I fight Gamrot in Dublin. You should say my home place. It was all Polish people there. All Polish people in Dublin. 90% of the tickets were sold to Polish people. And I come out, yeah, Gamrot come out, yeah. It was like just fighting in Poland still. So one thing I did notice, and this is why I respect Polish people, is because they support their local promotions. There's no promotions really back home where we're at. There's maybe one or two, but no one ever goes to watch them or anything. I like the way Polish people come to support their local shows. I really admire that, and you have to respect that. So this is what I noticed first about coming to fight in Poland. And second question about the
walki bez limitów wagowych.
Possibly, I think this is going to happen also, like they did in Pride. Pride was a big fan of this here. Pride really liked these freak fights where they had this bad guy at like 500 pounds fighting a guy at 155 pounds, and the guy at 155 pounds gets this bad guy to the ground and finishes him on the ground. Japanese liked all these type of shows, and Polish liked this too. So I can see the shift and the change over the last couple of years that it's happening. A lot of people aren't really into it, but I bet you see the people who are complaining, if someone come up, promoter, hey, you see the way you're complaining and crying, here I'm going to pay you 200,000 slot or 500,000 slot to come to my promotion and fight this freak fighter. Are you coming? Yes, 100% they're going to go. So lots of people are against it, but I'm open-minded. You have to be open-minded, and I can see that it's changing, but real fighters can do their thing, like, they do. And if people want to do this here, you should let them do what they want. I can see that happening in the future, more open weight fights, for sure.
Jesteśmy w studiu, gdzie jest dużo piłek do piłki nożnej i ja wiem, że teraz startuje też Liga Mistrzów właśnie aktualnie i mam do ciebie pytanie, bo ty jesteś, z tego co wiem, fanem Manchesteru United, bo relacje często wrzucałeś u siebie w social mediach. Co sądzisz o aktualnej sytuacji Manchesteru United? Bo takie pytanie padło od naszego fana Pawlika. Czy jesteś zwolennikiem trenera aktualnego Solskiera i tego, jak wygląda aktualnie Manchester United?
Yeah, I'm a big Man United fan. I've been since I was a young boy. Like half my family is Liverpool and half my family is Man United. So when I was a small boy, my family lived here and my family lived there. But this was Liverpool and this was Man United. So when Man United would play Liverpool, there would be Liverpool flag, and on this window there would be Man United flag. And my grandfather used to say, "Come over here, son." And I would run over. Yes, you're a Man United fan. You're not a Liverpool fan. You support Man United. And then my dad on this side, "Come over here. You're a Liverpool fan." So I was Man United, Liverpool, Man United, Liverpool. I never knew what I was because they tricked my mind. But really, I'm a Man United fan, And It's good to see Ronaldo come back, yeah, best player in the world. I know people compare him to Messi, but I don't think you should compare any of them. Both of them are world-class players in their different ways. But Ronaldo, he's got everything. Looks good, plays good football, and he's 36 years old, and he's still at the top of his game. And to see him come back was good, but I still think Man United, they're not playing well together as a team, you know, waiting just for one guy to do something. I think they need to pass the ball a wee bit more, connect together as a team, because football's a team sport, you know. They need to play the ball a wee bit better, and like Man City's very good at this now, and so is Chelsea. They can pass the ball about good, and but the Premiership's the toughest league in the world now. Premiership is the best league in the world, for sure.
To dlaczego Norman Parke nie został piłkarzem, skoro tak się interesuje piłką nożną? Czy kiedyś myślałeś o tym, żeby zostać piłkarzem?
When I played a lot of football when I was young, and I had a lot of aspirations to play football. Yeah, I was ready to play for Irish League football. You know, I would like really to play for Linfield, but I played in a lower league at the time, and then I got into some trouble, you know, and I couldn't play no more football. So then this was my jump to do judo. This was my jump. I was still doing judo at the same time, but it was a hobby. A different hobby, but my number one focus was football. I was really passionate about football. Maybe if I stuck to football, I could be professional. I don't know, maybe, possibly, but in Northern Ireland, it's very hard. You need to go to England to get noticed. To play football, you need to travel to England to get the better, you know, someone to see you better, you know. So. Who knows? I could have been a professional footballer. I don't know. Maybe if I stuck to it the way I stuck to MMA, I could have been. But yeah, if everything happens for a reason. I'm happy with the way I am. You know, some things I want to change in my life. So I just keep working towards that for the next few years, and hopefully I'll get to be where I want.
A na jakiej pozycji grałeś?
Oh, I was funny because when my friends, we play FIFA, you know, I play against this good Polish guy and he fucks me up every time, like smashed me 5-0, and I'm like, kurwa! And he beat me 5-0, and I turned the PlayStation off, and he messages me, what happened? I says, my electric turned off. Okay, 5-0 down and your electric turned off. And, but when you see me as a fighter, you think maybe I'm more a defender. You know, if you think of me as a fighter, you think I'm a defender. But I was actually left wing or striker. This was my position, yeah. I like to play left side, left midfield attack, or I could play striker also, but more opportunity was left because I was strong on the ball too and fast.
Zbliżamy się powolutku do końca tego programu, bo już jest po godzinie 9, natomiast ja mam do ciebie jeszcze parę pytań. Jak ty oceniasz swoją karierę z perspektywy czasu i tego, jak to wygląda teraz? W jakim miejscu jesteś? Jakim zawodnikiem byłeś? W jakich organizacjach się biłeś? To czy jesteś zadowolony z tego, gdzie w tym momencie jesteś, ile osiągnąłeś w tym sporcie, czy zdecydowanie z takim potencjałem mogłeś być wyżej i osiągnąć jako sportowiec na tym etapie zdecydowanie więcej, jeśli chodzi o sportową karierę?
Good question. Right. I know when I was in the UFC, I had good potential, and then I don't know. For a while, I drifted away to a different side, you know, and never trained as much as I should have done. You know, I don't know what the change was exactly. You know, maybe just getting drifted away to the bad side, the dark side, the devil side, and my coach was always saying, "You coming to training? Where are you? Are you training?" And then got released from UFC, and then I went more to this side, you know, and but I've been there before, and I always say to myself, what if I had gave it 100%, you know, like say the way some of the Polish people, fighters are more dedicated, you know, like Gamrot's very dedicated, you know, what if I was more dedicated like Gamrot or something like this? Could I be further up in the table? But I had tough fights in the UFC, very, very tough matchups. And maybe whenever I didn't get some decisions, I was like, fuck this here, and then maybe just backed away, you know. Because in UFC, they'll push you, you know. And if you lose one, you're back, and then decision, they're not really too interested. You can be left here. And then I just was like, fuck it, I'm never going to be up there again. But many fighters have left the UFC and come back, like Brendan Moreno, yeah, he got released and now he's the champion. Could I went back to the UFC and possibly been into the top tier, top 15 or top 10 in the world? Sometimes I think about that there, but I didn't. I try not to think about it too much, and so now I'm just take a different direction and see how I can make a better life, you know. Because I know I've got a good life in Poland too, but I could never move to Poland because I've got sons back home. I would miss them, but I think maybe in the future that they could come here when they're a wee bit older, come here and I can show them about, learn the history and stuff, learn how to speak Polish and open a gym here. I would really love to open a gym in Warsaw maybe. So I've been thinking about this for a wee while. I could, with the help of some people too, to keep the focus, because sometimes I never really focus too much. I would be one day focused, the next day here, you know, thinking something else. I think if I keep a good clear focus, I can achieve a good life for the rest of my life, so yeah. All good.
Ale wiesz co, jak ciebie słucham, to mam wrażenie, że znaczy widać po tobie, że dużo przeszedłeś, że to nie była wcale taka łatwa droga, żeby powrócić na tę lepszą ścieżkę, bo jak nawet wypowiadasz te kolejne słowa, kolejne zdania, to widać sporo emocji i jednak jakieś te wspomnienia pewnie też wracają.
Yeah, of course. Like when you think about the times before, when especially the UFC is like #1, eyes are on you, everyone's watching, and people were talking about, oh, you're close to top 10, and then some fights I was meant to fight, like Masvidal, I was meant to fight Jorge Masvidal, and if I in Mexico, in Boston, if I won this fight, I would go to top 15, and it's kind of like, what if I end up fighting Trinat or Tebow, very tough fight, and I lose split decision. And then a fight against Ronaldo, split decision. And when you lose a couple in a row in the UFC, it's difficult, you know. But then when I look at something like Jan Blachowicz, you know, look at his career. His career don't start till he's 34 years old, you know. 34 years old, 37, he's the champion. 9 wins, 1 defeat from this time. And I'm 34, so... Even the guy who beat me in the UFC, Francisco Trinaldo, he's 42 years old, and he's still there. Yeah, he's won someone, like he was winning and then he lost, and some he should have won also. He's still there. So, but I'm happy. I like that I get to help build a good name in Poland, like a different country. I like that. At the start, it was a bit hard, but now I'm getting more comfortable in Poland. I just need to learn how to speak Polish. If I can speak Polish, I'll be happy. That's something I want to do. You know, instead of just doing the same shit every day, I wake up, go training. So I wake up sometimes, don't train, go to this side again. My mind's crazy. Sometimes it's like I'm on and I'm off. But I think it's a good thing to learn a new language. Learn a language, live a new life, and be happy.
To jest najważniejsze, być szczęśliwym. Odbieramy ostatni już telefon, później jeszcze 2 krótkie pytania do Normana na koniec. Także dzień dobry, dzień dobry.
Witam.
Cześć, jak możesz się przedstawić i szybciutko zadać pytanie, czekamy spokojnie na to, co chcesz uzyskać.
Jestem Jakub Sianowa i chciałem zadać 2 pytania do Normana.
Proszę bardzo.
Pierwsze pytanie to co sądzisz o tym, że Don Casio po swojej walce z tobą, którą przegrał, nie zniknął z internetu mimo swoich obietnic?
I drugie pytanie od razu poprosimy.
No to w takim razie drugie pytanie to czy zawalczysz na Fame MMA w formule MMA, czy będziesz dalej w boksie i czy mogę kogoś pozdrowić?
Jasne.
Pozdrawiam Adriana Bugusia, mojego kuzyna.
Dziękujemy bardzo i my też pozdrawiamy. Pierwsze pytanie. Odpowiedź, Norman?
What was the first question?
No znów nie pamiętasz?
Tell me.
Znów nie pamiętasz? Musisz pamiętać takie rzeczy.
Yeah, I took too many smacks to the head. Yeah, crazy.
To drugie pytanie, odpowiedz na drugie pytanie. W jakiej formule zawalczysz? Czy będzie to w Fame MMA już tylko boks, czy też myślisz o występach w formule MMA? Czy już się skupiasz tylko na boksie, w fejmie?
No, you mean, yeah. No, this is just obviously the one with Duncasio was boxing, just boxing it could be. MMA would be murder, you know. He would be murdered. So, and then the fight with Boris can only be boxing rules, special rules. But maybe next fight after this could be MMA. I would like to have an MMA fight after this. Maybe Parke, maybe, I don't know.
Parke in MMA.
Maybe, I would like to fight this fight in MMA. And that's it. For the Fame MMA, it's like a little bit different, you know. They make different rules. I like this, but I think it's interesting because I get to work a lot on my striking to become better. And what was the first question?
Adam Casio, dlaczego nie zniknął?
He was meant to leave internet forever. Where did he go? And then he had to complain. He come and handed me the belt and says, "Well done." And then he complained after it and says, "Yeah, I won the fight. This was stupid rules." And yeah, he's coming back because he knows he wants the rematch. He wasn't going to leave social media. No chance.
Na koniec mam do ciebie, Norman, pytanie. Czy jeśli miałbyś teraz wybrać jedną rzecz w swojej karierze sportowej, to byłyby to sukcesy sportowe, czy zarabianie dobrych pieniędzy?
But like if you're a real good fighter in sports, you know, you'll make good money anyway, you know. So, and if I was still fighting on KSW or fighting on UFC or fighting in Fame and just like against someone really good, like a proper MMA fighter, you still make good money and you're still fighting good sports. I know because Fame MMA is a different organisation, but who's to say they can't bring me in someone, former UFC fighter from a different country, you know, it's a real fight, maybe on a different promotion, but still a real high-level fight. And I heard they're going to do some things like this here in the future, but I'm open for everything. I just want to be training every day and be in good shape, not be out of shape all the time, you know, be in good shape all the time, training every day, clear mind, and get back everything that I lost when I was stupid before, you know. You know, I had it all, you know, and then lost, and now you get it back again and try to be smart this time. I think this is a good idea, to be smart this way. Sometimes a bit stupid that way. I can be a bit stupid and just be like, yeah, go do this, do that, and never really think of the consequences. So really, I'm a sports person by heart. I'm actually a good teacher and like teaching sports and stuff, like teaching young people how to train and stuff. I'm a good training partner and I understand the fight game and I'm very intelligent in the fight game. So I'm a real sports person, but I don't mind this other side where we do these type of fights, because if I can't get a fight anywhere else, it helps to make me money this way. So I'm fighting Boris. This is real fight. You know, this is not a stupid fight. So it's just this fight with Duncasio. People think it's, you know, it's not a real fight, but I fought the guy in boxing rules. It's real. It's not like I'm fighting someone who's never had anything before. If I fight someone who's never did any experience before in anything, then it's a problem. Then that means I can just kill someone live on TV, you know. Do you know what I mean? So it's I'm happy with how everything is. Just keep going, and I think the future's bright even after this fight and whatever's next. I think, you know, next year could be possibility to fight on again in real MMA fights. So I'm interested in this.
Jakiego Normana zobaczymy w sobotę podczas walki? Bo dzisiaj pokazałeś swoje dwie twarze. Bo zadzwonił Marcin i było już agresywnie, a przez większość rozmowy potrafisz normalnie rozmawiać na poważne tematy i zachowujesz się jak człowiek. I pewnie to wielu widzów zaskoczyło dzisiaj. A jaki będziesz w sobotę w klatce podczas walki z Borysem Mańkowskim?
I know, like, when the fight goes, if people really know me, I'm laid back, really, seriously. I'm a chilled guy. I like to have fun, you know. I like to spend a lot of time on my own also, believe it or not. You know, I don't really hang about with too many people, not a lot of people. And but if I need to fight hard, I have it. I'm from Northern Ireland. It's not like from south of Ireland. They're tough fuckers too, but north of Ireland, Northern Ireland, we're different breed, you know, because this is where all the fucked up shit happened years ago, all the troubles, you know, and this makes you, like, tough. I think a lot of people from Northern Ireland are not confident that they can go far in sports, but we are very tough people. And we never back down. If the fight gets tough, I'm too gritty and too determined never to give up. So I think people understand that, and people know that in the fight, you'll keep going till the death. You'll fight till there's nothing left. That's what people say, and if I'm sucked into that fight, let's go. I'm ready for it. I know Boris is going to bring the best out of me in this fight, and I'm ready to take some smacks and give some smacks, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Twój typ na walkę sobotnią, jak to się zakończy, jak przewidujesz? Czy to będzie przed czasem, bo pewnie stawiasz na swoją wygraną, czy jednak krwawa walka na pełnym dystansie?
I think it's going to be fight more than likely. He's maybe one time he's maybe going to hit me and fuck, here we go. Now I'm going to be like, you motherfucker, let's go. We're going to fight. Like I think I'm that type of person too. Let's get stuck in. Let's go. Or maybe, you know, it can be technical fight too. So I'm ready for everything, but I'm coming to win the fight. You know, I'm not just here just to be like, oh, I'm just here. I want to win every fight. Like if I play FIFA, I want to win FIFA. If I don't, I'm like, kurva, fuck. Everybody wants to win. I've got a very competitive side too, and I'm too stubborn. I got a stubborn attitude, and as much as you see me speak normal, I'm very stubborn. I'll never give up in the fight, so I'm ready to go till the very end, till there's nothing left in my body, and people can look after the fight and go, here, this man fought and gave it everything. He didn't hide away and, oh, let me out of there after 1 minute. You're never going to see any of that shit out of me. No chance. I'll fight anywhere, all over the world, no problem. Put me in the enemy territory like I've been many times before. I'll fight till the very end. And that's what people know and people will see, and that's what's going to happen. So, Boris, let's go, my friend.
I to jest świetna puenta tego programu. Was zachęcamy, jeśli oczywiście chcecie zobaczyć kolejną walkę Normana Parka, do zakupu subskrypcji pay-per-view. Link macie w opisie pod filmem. Też pewnie link dedykowany ma Norman. To już musicie zadecydować, skąd chcecie nabyć subskrypcję, ale warto. Jak widać, pojedynek, który będzie miał wymiar sportowy, ale też pewnie sporo rozrywki podczas najbliższej gali Fame MMA 11. Ja tobie, Norman, dziękuję, bo wytrzymałeś trochę więcej niż 1,5 godziny, a wiem, że dzisiaj też musiałeś odwołać swój bokserski trening, żeby tutaj się pojawić. I tutaj wysyłamy pozdrowienia do trenera Artura Tatosiana, bo musiał się zgodzić, żeby ten trening odwołać, ale jutro też masz zajęcia, jest późna pora. Mam nadzieję, że sporo kibiców też spojrzy na ciebie teraz zupełnie inaczej, bo takich wywiadów w twoim wykonaniu nie widzieliśmy do tej pory zbyt wiele, a dzisiaj było i trochę sentymentalnie, i emocjonalnie, i mam wrażenie, że prawdziwie.
Dziękuję. Thank you.
I na koniec muszę jednak trochę zmienić nastrój, bo widzowie na czacie się domagają i padła taka prośba, żebyś powiedział żabka.
Żabka.
Żabka. I to jest na koniec tego programu zawsze sobie robimy, Norman, zdjęcie wspólne, które zawiśnie na naszej ścianie. Także 2 sztuki sobie strzelimy. Jedna pójdzie dla ciebie, druga dla mnie. I tak kończymy dzisiejszy program. Norman Park, bohater gali Fame MMA 11, w sobotę pojedynek z Borysem Mańkowskim, a my pewnie widzimy się w kolejnych Hejt Parkach i zachęcam do oglądania prawdziwego MMA w programie Oktagon Live każdy czwartek o godzinie 14. To taka mała autoreklama na koniec. Do widzenia, do usłyszenia.
Dziękuję.
Partnerem przechodzenia na ty w kanale sportowym jest Tyskie.